Big red card Roy McDonough, a player in Southend United history. He forged his name with the Blues over 2 spells, racking up over 30 goals and over 200 appearances for the Blues. He was a fan favourite to many, not just for his red cards, but for just being a hero, scoring goals and being that colossal unit you all wanted him. And tonight at the Essex Bowl Club, we celebrate his career, his playing days, his managerial days, and even catch up with some of his old teammates. Let's get into tonight. Andy, another incredible night here for Big Red Roy. How excited are we for tonight?
Yeah, no, this should be good. We've been looking forward to this one a while. He's hopped off all the way over from Spain to come here. So, you know, top man for doing that. And yeah, we like these nights. This is our 3rd one. Each one has sold out. You know, all raises money to help others, help the club, help ex-players, help charities. So it's all more than that. It's just a good fun evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, a few words here from Justin Rees.
Can you hear me? Is it good? Hi guys, welcome tonight. Just want to say a few words to introduce the special evening we're having for Roy. Obviously, I haven't seen Roy play much, but my understanding is those of you that have a few extra beers and come to the ground late probably didn't see him much either.
Thank you very much.
It's a really lovely venue, they do a really good job looking after us. I also think it's a nice intimate venue as well, we've got 100 people here. So obviously it's a nice sized crowd for what Roy was used to playing at Colchester. Roy's a simplified and a nervous man, so we wanted to make it more comfortable in a special night. So well done to the venue, well done for choosing the right surrounds for little shrinking violet Roy.
Without further ado, Mr. Glenn Pennyfather.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along. So, his career spanning 7 league clubs, more than 650 games, 150 goals, thousands of beers, and allegedly, Roy, you can tell, allegedly 400 plus women. And apparently that's a conservative number. I did ask, or we asked Anthony about the 400 women, but we would have needed a bigger venue.
Yeah.
And 1 or 2 have still got restraining orders out. So. Please give it up for the legend that is Mr. Roy McDonough. Just a little bit of housekeeping, as Andy likes to call it, before we go on. Please, we're going to have to be quite appropriate up here this evening. I know Roy is
Really?
not got a filter. In terms of appropriate language, that's what we're talking about. We'd love to have a story. Now, well, you can swear, but don't throw out 28 C-bombs all in one go.
So girls, I'm getting a bit carried away. I'm getting excited.
I thought he was going to say line up.
Sometimes you have to throw in an F-bomb or something to make the story a bit more credible-ish, if you see what I mean. I'll try not to swear too much.
So, obviously, Roy, thank you for coming over, because we all know you now live in Spain. Top effort for coming over.
It's in the town, look at the town.
Yeah, he's loving life, unbelievable. But how's it been coming back to the Essex Riviera today?
You know, I just adjusted a different class. And James Bowlby's, please do me a favour and walk to the front of the stand-up. Because I owe this fella a major, thank you, whatever. See the fella here? Chairman of Colchester United. He gave me the job, he risked the job on me. I did at this level, the non-league cup and double. Going back to that, boring you too much. When Sky Sports went to Wembley to win the FA Trophy, they actually said to me on Sky, boys, you realise you're the second player manager in the history of football goes back a long way. Kenny Dalglish won the first ball at Wembley, you'll become the second. So if you excuse me, I went, you can't mention me in the same sentence as Kenny Dalglish. That man there gave me the opportunity. And I think I repaid him. We did the League and Cup double in a lot of style, 129 goals we played. We're good to watch. And I can't thank the fellow enough. He's stood back there now. God bless you. 15 clubs that summer, my contract expired at Colchester United. Now, I wasn't bad, I was 21, 22, Glen. I could run, I was quite quick, I was aggressive, blah, blah. So that summer, 15 clubs contacted me, no agents, to sign for Bristol City, Cardiff City, Doncaster Rovers, Huddersfield, blah, blah, blah. What was I then? 19, 20, 21 as a kid. Thinking, what the fuck do I do here? So what I did, I went to Corfu, Ipsos for a week, got pretty pissed, because you do, trying to get my head clear. But what I've done, I just met a girl. I was engaged to a girl in Birmingham, Denise. Lovely looking thing, lovely, everything was great. So I was engaged to her. It cost me about 500 quid in maybe the early 80s, so that was a lot of money for an engagement in those days. But I met a redhead girl in my local pub in Colchester. So I used to drive from Colchester after the game back to the Midlands to see my fiancée, because I loved her. But I met this ginger-haired girl who was a dancer, worked in the local pub. It weren't big, she was fucking up. So to cut the story short as I can, for the first time ever, it's bad girls, it was a red m***. Now, I wasn't playing that much at the time when I like looking at, and by the way girls, it tasted so, again, to cut the story short, I signed for Southend. Because you know what? It wasn't because it was Southend, but Southend magnificent. By the way, it's one of the best clubs in Essex. The fans, listen, unbelievable. Probably West Ham. Guess what? So I signed for Dave Smith, who got the sack a week before I signed. So I had to play for Peter Morris in a testimonial friendly game against Japan. Yeah. By the way, people, I'm a friend, I'm 6 foot 1. We played the international, you know what I mean, Japanese team. With the greatest respect, I'm on the pitch like to go, it's a trial out, I could get a contract, I could live in my little redhead there, so I'm looking at this Chinese box, which they're about that big. I won 400 headers, looked like Van Basten, got a contract. And the reason Glenn I signed for Southend United the first time round was the ginger minge.
That was a clause in the contract, I believe. The doorway coming into the shower room in the first team dressing room, taking his clothes off. So we said, well, you've been to Dr. Steve? He said, yeah, remember, he's not the cleverest lad. Went, yeah, he said, as he's stepping in the bath, mind you, yeah, the doctor said something about crabs or something. You haven't seen 4 lads move as quick as we did. I mean, it's the fastest I've ever seen Ronnie Pountney move, trust me. It was unbelievable. But I believe, Roy, you sat down here and showed a very similar thing.
I mean, I'm not proud of this, I'm devastated. One thing I ever thought in my life, I think it's in the book, or you made that cut down. So, I'm in the pub one Sunday lunchtime, back in the Midlands, having driven back from down south. Snake bites, by the way. You blokes, snake bites, but I had about 15 snake bites, Sunday lunchtime. So this girl here called Maggie, nice looking girl, trim, all that game. On the Thursday, the story range. No, listen to this. On Thursday, round Surrey, which was a small town, she'd entertained the rugby team. 15 for her. But bearing in mind, a nice trim looking thing, so I'll cut the story short if I can. I've had 15 6 of snake bites, so mum and dad's for dinner. So I looked at this Maggie, and she looked at me, I went, shall we or shall we? She said, up to you. Shall we? I went, yeah. So I go back to her gaff. I smash her all over the place. She puts a mirror by the side of the bed, right? She's sucking the toes. I've got trainers in today wearing no socks, so the toes are mending, but the girl's having a go, right? Fair play. So we have a bit of a session for sort of back to see the so I go in the shower, and I'm going, oh. There's a big like fresh fruit, like a jam jar, and I went, Eddie Buggins. Eddie Buggins. Cut that sort of short. On the Monday, this is Sunday afternoon, I drive to Southend, I'm going to Bishop Abbey, pre-season training for a week with Southend, Bobby Moore, with our still Bobby. As I'm driving to Route 2, I went like this, on the Monday morning, I went, what's that? My mother's life, and I swore in my life I'd never get crap. So I went, what's that? And it's, on my mother's life, it's like that. I'm going, I think it's a crap. So anyway, I kept it and drove to the ground. I showed it to Buster, the physio. I went, Buster, I went, what what's this? He went, don't worry about that, big fella. Leave it to me. Got the shampoo and the crap cream. But I'm sharing a room with Danny on the show. And Danny on the show was a lovely, lovely man. I was David Martin. And he went, so that night we're talking, I did it again. And I'm not proud, I fell off. He fell off. He went, what's that? I went, oh, don't worry about it. Then the lads told me, I told him, not proud. Buster, I got fucking proud. But I used my own towel, I kept all this stuff away. Absolutely devastated, and the day I die, I've got proud. Guess what? Soppy. A month later, we went back to Birmingham and went, I'm going to do her again because she was good.
Never learn, you've got to learn, haven't you? Pass sideways for a month, amazing.
You look back at it, you look back through your career, right? Sir Ralph Ramsey, I'm 18 years old. He gets the job at Birmingham, Clive. I've played, I think, a couple of times at the first team with Trevor Francis as a partnership. He put me on a Friday. Sir Ralph Ramsey, I'm 18 years old. Local boy in Birmingham, made good. That day I signed professional football in Birmingham City, 10 million kids would have swapped places. He called me, Sir Ralph, in his grey in blue suit. Boy, just got a minute? I went, yeah, Sir Ralph. It weren't Sir Ralph then, it was Aaron. Yeah, he said that. Boy, just to let you know, we go to Middlesbrough the next day. I put my first team squad because I think you're a jolly good footballer. I walked off and that's how Ramsey. So Glenn, can you imagine? Looking back, trying to put it in perspective, I was 18 years of age, came through the ranks. I was number 55 at Birmingham City when I signed at a pro. That's 54 players in 18 months I'm now in the first team. And Sir Ralph said, boy, I think we're a jolly good footballer. Can you imagine? I went on thinking, I told my mum and dad, I was crying, because Sir Ralph thought I was a good player. Then I went down the pan.
Obviously, you had Jeff Hurst as well, you had Chelsea. You went to Chelsea, Jeff Hurst. And then, of course, Bobby at Blues. So, Sir Bobby. That's quite a unique set of managers I would have thought to have played under. But during that season, obviously, we had Newport County in the FA Cup, and Roy didn't last long. This was a service to Tony Pulis at that stage.
He's had a great career. I hope there's no Welsh. Anyone Welsh? Oh yeah, well, sorry about that. Welsh. The game, about 8 months before the game, we played Newport County at Southend at Winchell. And Sir Bobby's the gaffer, blah blah blah. I think Big Stevie played at that time, Glenn. And they only saying Sir Bobby that he spat in my face the game before, Tony Pulis. And yet it was Welsh too much. So I'm not very happy. I'm gunning for him probably, but Sir Bobby held the conversation. So he always said, lovely, Bobby, Sir, fucking lovely. He said, be careful here. I said, look, we can't afford to lose people. It's an FA Cup replay. We need all the players on the pitch. So can I trust you? Sir, of course you fucking can. 7.5 minutes. In front of the tunnel, in dugouts. Tony Pulis, great player, wasn't he? Ball got into his feet, he went touch, boom, head on. His first touch was so I went, lovely. Just when that eel was into the dragon, Bruce Lee. I went, watch this. So I come through the ball, went through the ball, but I missed his head. But I went over the top of him, and he went down like a bag. He was lucky, because I should have decapitated him. So I got up and went, yeah, just walked straight down the 7.5 minutes. But I'm thinking, if you spat in your face, really, you can get that back. But I missed it, got it.
Well, I suppose the conclusion of that story, you can trust Roy McDonough for 7.5 minutes. I'm 7.5 minutes up, watch out.
Right then, all half time then at the Essex Bowls Club, and I don't know how many bleeps or swear curses I'm gonna have to put over that first half, but boy was it a lot. But it was entertaining to hear about Roy's early career and all that. And some bits, yeah, I said I'm gonna have to bleep probably a lot of it, but you're just gonna make sense of what it is. But a big second half to come up, like we always say on these videos. But going off that first half, boy, I'm sure we've got a lot more to cover. Let's go.
Right, here we go then, part two. Strap in. Roy's had another couple of beers. You might say something inappropriate this half. That's a good day. 9:30 this morning you started, I think?
Quarter to 10.
That's not bad. And don't forget, you can only trust him for 7.5 minutes. Don't forget that.
From here to there. Fuck me. Everyone's watching you. Don't matter how important it is, Glenn, but I took a pencil at Colchester to take us to Wembley. He made it 3-0. My was here. Anyway, cut that story short. So Peter Shilton's there. I went boom, boom, bang. By the time he moved there, it hit the statue, was back past him. So I'm thinking, who the fuck am I? That ain't England goalkeeper. Then I find out he'd never saved a in 10 years. I'm on his life, so I took the picture now. And then his mindset, it was, if I go the right way, at least I've gone the right way. Go back, good people. The England's the penalty shootouts, Germany, whatever. He went bag of shit, fell there, never ever got close to a penalty. Because his little ego, by the way, Schultz was a drinker, by the way, and a gambler, blah blah blah. His ego wouldn't allow him to gamble and go and maybe make a save. I don't think he ever saved a penalty. So no penalty meant fuck all.
He couldn't drink as much as Roy though.
He tried.
Yeah, I'm sure he did try.
But when you're the gaffer, you look at all the players. I love him. I'll punch him. I've actually paid over £2,000 in fines to keep a lad out of prison. He's my first team player. On the Saturday he's playing, the Essex police phoned me, Roy, it's £2,664, £64. Took the I paid it on the Friday. Because if not on the Saturday, he's getting arrested on the pitch for motoring offences to set an example to all the kids in Colchester. So again, that's me being a bit clever. A month later I pulled him in the office, I went, what's the matter with you? I flipped the receipt of this bill I paid to kidnap. His dad wanted him to go to prison. His dad said, I want to go to prison. He's ripped the arse out of me for 20 years, won't go to prison. I'll pay the thing. Boxing clever. So it was crap at the time, he was a good player, I sold him later on. I scored a few goals, Gary Bennett, then Mike Masters and Yank was scoring goals, blah, blah, blah. I pulled him in the office, I went, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, I flipped the receipt and he said, what's that? He went, right, I'll pay you. Maybe a month before. Boxing clever, player manager, looking after your team, I went, I'll pay you. What I'll do for you is this, agree with me today or tomorrow, what I'm going to stop out your wages for the next 3 months, whatever, to pay this fine back. Now get rich. Get out there and do what I know you do best. He got me 8 goals in the next 7 games. Probably won this, we won the league anyway, but I was getting a few with it. He got us up the league. Guess what? It's looking after your players, know what buttons to press, doing the right thing. Players will not let you down. The players I had at the time, Paul, you was there, they will run through brick walls for you. You've heard it in the media, I'll run through brick walls for you. But guess what? They would for me. Because guess what? I buy my pint, I get my bird.
So, simple things in life.
Exactly.
Simple things. Well, obviously, I comes in April 1990 at home to promotion rivals Grimsby. Obvious centre half. How come you was at centre half at that stage?
So I was good at the back. I could do a bit at the back.
Look, you told us about that, but we don't want to hear about that anymore.
He's learning the fella. No, Glenn, I work.
I like this stat. So after 242 appearances,
Is that all?
yeah, over both spells, and 39 goals. Now this is the good bit. 4 behind me.
And I made all your 4.
He was a striker. 43, I think.
Did you?
Yeah. In less games. Michael, yeah, constant throughout obviously your time at Rootsall, and a constant for Southend right the way through is Mr. Frankie Banks. And Frank, as you probably all know, is in the room and doesn't need really any introduction from me. I think I've got a season ticket there to these events for Frank. Is this fucking script dreadful, Andy? I've written it all wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, Mr. Frankie Banks. Stand up, Frank. This is the bit you've all been waiting for. I've kind of left Frank a little bit to the end because anybody who's come to our super evenings before knows this could be a while. So,
on the mic?
yeah, no, we can't put you on the mic. You can project your voice. So, Frank, what was? I don't remember. What was your role when Roy first came to the club? Was you team manager then, or had you stepped up by that stage?
Well, we're talking about the guy that got the sack, Gillingham. One you, right?
Yeah.
I'm suffering with my memory at the moment. So the name, can we remember his name? Dick Bain.
Yeah.
Sorry. And he got the sack. Clarkey took over as manager. I took over as assistant, and that's where Roy and I met.
Yeah.
All right. We had a great time and stuff like that. But is this particular thing you want me to talk about, or?
Well, did you? One thing I would like to ask you. Obviously, you was part of the staff on that occasion.
Yes.
Was there any time that you felt or had to have a quiet word with Roy about what was going on in the outside world for him?
No.
Chicken.
I didn't have But I'll tell you about, and Roy maybe you remember this occasion.
How long is this one?
Andy, what time are we finishing? Right.
They're already ordering sleeping bags.
Remember when we used to train at Gloucester Park?
Yeah.
Right. So Clarkey and I used to drive the minibus, bring the kit up to Gloucester Park, and then meet the players up at Gloucester Park. Remember that?
Yeah.
Right. So Clarkey's then, we're having a little meeting about what we're going to be doing, and Clarkey says to me, I've got an idea. And I went, so what's the idea? He said, this is what I want us to do. Not him, us. So Roy's arrived, right? He's got out the car, he's got in the dressing room, blah, blah, blah. The boys have gone out training. Roy's gone out there with him. I've then gone to Roy's, where he's hanging his clothes up, gone in his pocket, taken his car keys out. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yep. Are you all right with this?
100%.
So, in the back of his car are dildos, sex toys, whatever. So, I've got these out of the boot, remember?
Yeah.
Gone into the dressing room and hung them. Right? I've then got into Roy's car, driven it out of the stadium and hid it. I've turned up then. Where have you been? I've just been sorting some things out with the kit, blah 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 blah. It was after training, they've gone back in, and of course, what's in front of them? All these sex toys. So all the boys have had a good laugh at that.
Absolutely.
And then, I don't know if you put them back in the boot, or I put them back in the boot.
You never find your fucking car.
No. So, and these were all things about team building, right? And this is what it was all about, was having a laugh and a joke and stuff like this. Eventually I had to tell Roy where the car was. We had to get the dildos and put them back in. That in itself was another episode of what happened. And then just another thought, do you remember the Christmas dinner at the... See, I'm getting bad with names now.
The Italian restaurant.
The Italian restaurant. Spaghetti Junction, remember? Right. Paul again come up with an idea, let's all go fancy dress. So there's a pot, take a thing out, and that's what you get dressed up as. Clarky's gone in, pulled it out, oh fucking don't like that, put it back. Got another one out, oh, I'm going to dress up as one of these old-fashioned fancy men. I'm an American footballer, what's Roy pulled out? Got to dress up as a bird. So he's had to put, I don't know whether he shagged himself or what. So we stayed at the hotel overnight, do you remember it all?
Yeah.
So those are the things that sort of like come to mind, and you talk about this, but Roy, in spite of what he's done in his life with his drinking, I respect him gratefully. He was a great pro, a terrific pro, honest, right? You could say things to him and he'd come back at you and say things about yourself maybe which are honest, and that's what he was. An honest player, worked hard, right? I respected him a hell of a lot. Unfortunately, I got the sack when I think it was David Webb came in. Remember?
Yeah.
So I got the sack. Yeah. Although we got him out of the from the bottom of that league when the Dick Bate got the sack, we managed to lift them out into I think about 12th and saved you from going down. And then the next year we had a little, and I remember we went to Sheffield United, we beat 1-0. Remember that?
Yeah.
So those sort of things come to mind. It's just different things that come, but I respect Roy for how he is now, and what he was as a player. He gave you 100%, and he was honest. Similar to you, Glenn, as well, you did the same, right?
I didn't know do this.
And that's all. So you remember that?
Totally the same brush.
But boy, you never missed a training session. Never once.
No, he was always turning up
Being bags,
on time.
never once missed a training session.
No, even though he was intoxicated, he could still turn up. He might be running in fucking curly lines, but he still. But I respected him for what he was. He was an honest player, same as both of you. He could talk to you, you could say something to you that might offend you, but you would take that in, and like you said, you're honest with one another, and that's all you can be. But these two have been great pros in their time. Underrated, I think, as well, right? Both of you, and you've both got my respect, and I'm sure you've got the respect of all these other guys here and these people here.
But, has anybody, before we close, has anybody got any... I've got a quick question. If anybody else wants to raise their hand, I've just a quick question. What was your best goal for Southend United?
You know what, Glenn? I thought you'd ask me that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I scored a couple of good five.
Because you only got 39, didn't you?
Yeah, because you know what? I played for the I got goal of the season against Blackpool down the North Bank end, and I hooked the ball back over my shoulder. Never an overhead kick in a million years. I never got up. They'd have to stretch me. But I hooked it over my shoulder back into, really, in my mind, just in the danger area. It ballooned in the far-side corner. The fans give me goal of the season. Cranny hit a 35 I came off thinking, give us a crown. I certainly get goal of the season. And to this day, Glenn, I'm trying to think, I've got some good headers. I like heading the ball. And I can't to this day say that one. Glenn, I can't. Probably get
we've covered that. But I think one of the games I remember, and I think you'll remember this, I'm sure. You came to Candy Island for a short while, Jeff King and myself, if you remember.
like a fucking 35 yarder there, didn't I?
Yeah, you were very close. I think your best game, and I think Candy Island supporters will say this as well, was when you went in goal. Do you remember when you went in goal at Bedford Town?
Yeah,
so,
saved the penalty.
Yeah, you was unbelievable. You went in goal. Best game I've seen you.
I didn't have to run, did I?
No, exactly. And of course, last week to the man himself, Roy, making the effort to come over from his home in Spain to come here this evening to regale us with great stories, colourful stories, we've got to say, but absolutely so entertaining, so brilliant. And he's obviously missed a couple of days of sunshine. I think his tan's faded already. Yeah. But absolute pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, have a safe journey home. Thank you.
Really needs to be a different class. This fella does an amazing job, which I think you all know and appreciate. Can I thank every single one of you to bothering your ass to buy a ticket to come here. I like to talk to people. I don't talk shit, but it means so much to me. Roy can fucking cry. But listen, it means the world. You are different class. Stay with this little mob and the owner, because guess what? It can only go one way. What they're doing is unbelievable. With the backing of you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Right then, all, for the second time today, that is a wrap. Wow, what an evening to have there with Roy McDonough. Just incredible stories. And you could see that some of those personally were hitting home with him and how he was getting affected on the stage. You wouldn't see that from a player like him, I'm sure, normally back in his game days. But to see him like that just shows how much he cares about people around him, people who have supported him during his career. And his career itself, it sounds incredible. But obviously, as Glenn Pennyfire liked to point out, he did score more goals than him. But that was a wrap, and it was amazing, people. I thoroughly hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, being here tonight and listening to it all in person. Hope I've done it justice, and as always, thank you to Andy for having me involved in these events. I hope you've enjoyed, and leave a like down below. Peace.